Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another recap of Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 5, Episode 19, Truth Hurts. So y'all already know it continues off with Karen pulling up to Andy's house. Basically, Karen says some words to Fatima. Basically, Andy, she basically, I don't know why I keep saying basically, Andy said that, listen, the stuff that I tell you, I do not tell Fatima about, and the stuff I tell Fatima, I do not tell you about. So you need to, like, nip this in the bud, like, get on the same accord. Like, you really hurt my feelings, and you need to, like, put on your big girl panties and just let it go. And Karen was like, so you knew about the picture of Zach and why he was mad, stuff like that. And she was like, I didn't know he was going to come in and do all that. So Karen said her piece, and she was kind of mad that, you know, Zach came up to the restaurant, put his hands on her, and that he fought Aaron. And Fatima said, I agree on both accounts. And Karen told Fatima to let Zach know how she felt. She was like, I will do that. And Fatima decided, you know, she was going to take the opportunity to go back home and talk to Zach about what had transpired. So she left. And once she left, Karen was trying to tell Andy she was sorry again. And Andy told her, like, listen, I love you and all, but this right here, you really hurt my feelings, and we got to find a way to get back to each other. So they said their goodbyes. They said they love each other, and Karen left to go home. So now we got Gary at the restaurant, at the steam plant, and he calls Hayden. Somehow or another, he figured it out, like, Andy, we know, but he don't know. Andy, like, figured out a way to get Robin to help get the money. So once Gary figured that out, he called Hayden, and Hayden was like, it makes perfect sense, but, you know, Gary's still kind of in denial that he wouldn't put it past Andy to do him like that. But Hayden found out that that was the guy that she represented a couple of years ago, I guess, in a divorce case. And, you know, Gary, he wouldn't put it past Andy to be so cunning and conniving. Like, you know, like, that's not how she rolled. But little did he know that's what happened. So now they got off the phone, and Gary basically trying to figure out a way to, like, you know, see what's up. So he calls Andy. Andy's getting ready for bed. And he was like, what are you doing? Are you home? She was like, yeah, I'm getting ready for bed. He was like, you got work in the morning? She was like, yeah, why would you call knowing you already know the answer to that? So eventually, he weaseled his way over to her house. So he about to pull up on her. So that was that. What else? Fatima, she finally made it back to the house. And Zach and her have a moment. She basically told Zach that she is pissed off of everything that transpired, and, you know, she needed a moment. He's talking about, no, I don't want us to go to bed mad. She's like, listen, if I'm tired and I've had a long day and I'm mad, I'm going to bed. I don't care what the heck that got going on. I don't know who the heck came up with that, but that's just what it is. I'm going to bed. So he asked for a kiss. She was like, no. He's like, I respect that. You want to sleep on the couch. I'm going to go upstairs and regroup and stuff like that, because she's kind of mad about the fact that, you know, he said that that's his place. But she always threw it in his face when he acted up. Like, why can't he do the same? Like, because he's a man? No. Double standards, like, no. But anyway, she decided to go upstairs, and he sat on the couch. Now, he's mad about the whole thing. He's just like, fuck that. He's just overly upset, like, dang, this really transpired, and, like, it really went left. Like, this is something you would have seen with him and Hayden, but him and Aaron, it's just like, wow, I was not seeing it come this far. But you know, it is what it is. You got to learn from your mistakes. So yeah, moving right along. Okay, so it's now the next day. Karen and Aaron have breakfast at the table, because of course he made breakfast. And I notice every time he make breakfast, she don't never eat. Like, you hardly ever see her eat. So they sit down talking about what transpired the night before. Talk about how Fatima was at Andy's house, and asked if Zach was going to be at the courts. he was like, I don't know, just make sure he be careful. And yeah, just basically watch his back at all times. And Karen went to go get her a smoothie, so she's gonna get ready to go to the salon. Her shop that she goes to is by the job, so she, heads out. He leaves too. Wasted food as always. So next we got Sabrina. Calvin's still at the house, and Bayo calls her and was like, I want to come over. I got some more questions to ask you. And Calvin is in her room just chilling and whatever. So after she got the phone with Bayo, she tells Calvin, like, this was what's up. Bayo's on his way. He wants to talk to us about Maurice. And he kind of insinuated that, like, what are you trying to do for his help? Meaning, like, she's sleeping with this guy to get him for his money. Like a gold digger type situation. She was like, what are you insinuating? Or what do you mean? And he was like, nothing. Nah, you meant what you said. Like, if that was the case, you would never said it. But anyways, now Calvin is, like, in his feelings. He's feeling a little bit of jealousy. Like, I mean, you like who you like. Like, so what? She got you around. She got you in the picture. She got Bayo in the picture. It's like, it's whatever. Y'all not in a relationship anymore. So whoever she decides to talk to and she wants to keep their company, that shouldn't concern you. Like, you still there. Like, obviously, I see that relationship with y'all didn't go as planned because y'all had too many secrets. But hey, I digress. Hopefully, we gonna see what's happening. And, Calvin decided to, give her space, and he leaves. And now she's just waiting on Bayo to come in. So, we gonna see. Okay, so Bayo gets to Sabrina's house. She basically can't hold it together. They sit down to talk. She asks him if she needed some coffee or tea. He's like, no, he's good. So, come to find out, Bayo had a change of heart. He been thinking about things and asking her, like, is Maurice really a good guy? Do you think he's going to run? She was like, yeah, I trust him. I don't think he's going to run. He said, okay, for you, I'm going to, give you that 1.5. Like, what? Who a guy you literally just met like a few weeks in, giving you 1.5. Like, what? He must really, really, really like her because ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. But anyway, he wanted to know the process, so she decided to call Andy. And Andy, she's getting ready for work, whatever. She speaks to her and like, listen, what's the process? I got this amazing friend who wants to give me 1.5. And she was like, yeah, so basically, I'm on my way. Andy tells her, I'm on my way to work. I'll let you know all the information. Text me his number. She said, I'll text it to him just right away. And then before Sabrina was about to hang up, Andy was like, so who is this friend? She was like, yeah. She was like, you can't talk. She was like, yeah. So Andy told her, listen, I'll call you back later and, we could talk about it. She was, yeah, okay. So basically, Sabrina is flabbergasted. She's ecstatic. She's shocked. She's all of the above emotions all right now. She's just super excited that her friend about to get out. Maurice about to get out. But you know what? He kind of just needs to stay a little bit longer because his attitude and his mouth is what put him in this predicament. Like, I don't even care. He put himself in this predicament. I would let him wait a little bit longer. Like, but anyway, that's Sabrina being a nice little girl. Got to make sure her friends are good at all times. I come in her. All right. I'm like that too. But still, Maurice put himself in this position, so he need to wait it out a little bit longer. So anyways, after she get off the phone with Andy, Bayo wanted to go out to eat. She was like, yeah, sure, I'll drive, I'll pay. Like, even after he offered to give her 1.5, he was still trying to buy breakfast. Like, what in the world? So she's all over the place, giddy, happy and everything. And, they leave out the door. And she was like, I'll drive. He was like, no, I'll drive. And he was like, princesses. Something about princesses. And, they laughed and walked out the door. So now we got Andy back at the penthouse getting ready. And out walks Gary with his work bag, whatever the case may be. And he basically figured out, like, she was the mastermind behind Robert and anything. So after that, they had the little discussion. She basically told him, like, I had to protect my own interest because I'm about to make partner. And I want to make sure I get this instead of getting pushed back between You and these shareholders trying to move stuff around. I ain't got time for this. And I don't work too hard to get to where I'm at for me to get pushed back. So then they had that little laughing moment. Gary's still trying to leave her bag at the place. But mind you, that's his work bag. After all, she was like, listen, just get your bag and let's go. We got to go to work. So they end up leaving. And yeah. Okay. So Calvin made it back home. I guess he done took a shower or whatever. He gets a phone call from Maurice. Basically, he is like so jealous right now. Like, oh my God, spilling the tea. So he basically lets Maurice know that Sabrina got this boo, the Africaness that she been seeing, and she might get away to get him out of jail. And Maurice is shocked, like, what? Are you serious? So he made this comment like, she's probably, you know, having sex with him. And then Maurice made another comment like, you messing with her too. Like, I knew that's what Calvin was implying when he said it. Like you're not going to say something you wasn't thinking. Like, come on now. Why would you do that? Like, why would you waste your breath? But anyways, Calvin told Maurice not to call Sabrina. Basically just waited out and call me back within an hour to see if any new information comes to a head. And that's just what it is. Also, Maurice told him about the guy that's in his cell. And Calvin was like, listen, you know you a sucker for a pretty face, which he is. Like, just be careful. And, you know, yeah, be careful. Stay on your P's and Q's. Because that's what got him into the situation. Now, like, and his mouth is so slick. Like, he just be blowing my, like, Maurice just, somebody just gonna knock you in one good time. Like, shut up sometimes. You don't always gotta be so sarcastic. Like, just take it in and appreciative. So they got off the phone call, whatever. So now we're back at Fatima and Zach. Zach made them some coffee, and Fatima, she looking good as always. So he basically wanted to talk to her about last night, and, you know, he basically apologized for acting the way he acted and making her feel less than a woman, and now, like, putting her feelings and needs in place. Like, he apologized for telling her that this is his house and not her house. And then he also promised that he's going to put her name on the deed. And she's like, this is not about the deed. I just want you to know how you made me feel like I was less than. Like, we're supposed to be in this together, but you, like, so one-sided that, you know, I felt like I wasn't needed or important. So they was able to, you know, get past that. At the same time, she gets a phone call and talks about some girl named Heather. I'm surprised he really didn't, like, bring it up. But anyway, she tells him, like, listen, the girl that I put Hayden onto, she's about to, you know, get him to drop Heather, and that you should be getting a phone call from Heather later on today. And he's like, yo, we'll see about that. So they got back in good graces. He also promised her to see her on her lunch break. And, you know, they had a nice little chat. I'm surprised he didn't say, can I have a kiss, like he always do. But, you know, that was good to see that they back cordial, and, like, the little smiles and little cuteness stuff that you see, whatever. That was cool. So, like he said, I'll see you on your lunch break. I'll be waiting in your lobby and stuff like that. She's like, yeah, you do that. You do that. And she leaves, and, you know, he smiles and goes to sip the rest of his coffee. Wow, they saved the best for last. Just when I was thinking, like, where is Danny? Boop, she pops up, and guess what? Her and Q are in the bed, but what happened is she set up this barricade against some pillows and a cover, and let's just say she wasn't feeling it. She was telling us it's time to go, and he's still trying to, like, listen, can I at least go to take a shower with you? He was like, we work together, so can I at least take a shower first before I go? She was just like, okay. You can go on or you can leave. So he slowly gets up off the bed, still talking like Danny. And she's hiding herself closely behind the dresser like, listen, don't touch me. He gets to the door like, she was like, hurry up, get in quick, fast and hurry. Them jail showers, fast. And in a hurry. She's like, so what if I drop the soap? She was like, hurry. And they was like, I got to drop for you. So I was like, oh, snap. Next thing you know, right, it's like it never fails. It always be like that. She sits down on her bed, and that's next you know who calls her? Preston. And he talk about, can he see her this morning? And she's like, you can see the feel, you can see it in her face, like, she's like, oh my God, this boy, this man, when that just let me be, whatever the case would be. So basically, she told him, like, listen, I don't like, yeah, her words, she don't like when a person begs for their attention, whatever the case would be. So he was like, so that's a no, right? And she was like, I gotta get ready for work and I will not see you this morning. Then he was like, so my next question is, yes, you can see me later. Next, after she got off the phone with him, next you know, there's a knock on the door. In walks Sabrina. Sabrina's so happy and excited. And let's just say they're talking, whatever. And Sabrina starts smelling the bed. And she was like, who is that? Next thing you know, finally, I was waiting for this moment. And I'm so glad it's finally here. Whew. Q walks out the bathroom, cleaning his ears. And then all you see was like, what the hell was that? Like, whew. And then, next week episode, I'm finally glad. I don't know why it took so long, but about time. Definitely about time. So next week's episode, we see Sabrina finally tells Danny, like, listen, this is the dude that robbed the bank. And because at first, Danny was like, so, wait. You slept with her too. And they were both like, no, this is the dude that robbed me at the bank. So now it makes perfect sense. Andy meets up with Robin to talk about she's up for partner, and Robin was thinking that she might be running against him, but that's not the case. Tamara goes to the job, and Fatima tells her that this is what you gotta do. Tamara's like, yeah, I got you. Zach's about to leave to go to Fatima's job, and some man is outside. He talking about he's her baby's father. Let's just say next week's episode is a bombshell of stuff about to drop. Oh my God, I can't believe it. They really saved the best for last, man. It was about time. Like, 'cause you know, everybody was on the edge. Like, when the heck is Danny gonna figure out that Q is the reason why Sabrina and Maurice got in jail? Now they finally put it all together. The triangle is complete. And I can't wait for next week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this recap of episode 19, Truth Hurts. Because, boy, I was not expecting this at all. Definitely. So, anyway, yeah. Y'all stay tuned, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.